Good evening, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you tonight? Little bit of an impromptu video this. I had a man come round to the house tonight. Not as odd as it may seem, don't you worry. He joined the Manchester Vax Forum a while ago with a Hoover Ranger that he'd inherited that needed a few things doing to it, mainly a replacement fan because that one was a bit cracked. It turns out he lives literally 5 miles up the road from me, so I said pop round. So he did, and we fixed his senior, and he said, would I like this vacuum cleaner that his mother found in the loft? Now, he worked out that it would have been up in the loft for probably 20, 30 years, and then before that, nobody really knows. So it was a complete shot in the dark, very untested. We'll go through it in more detail in a minute because I'll put this back together and we'll use it. But it didn't work when he first bought it. So I checked the cable. Obviously, it's had a repair. It is safe. Checked all the continuity. That worked. Then I took the switch out and just put the wires straight into the motor, and it does run. So the switch is a little bit dodgy. It might work now. I've been doing that a bit to it, but I can't quite be bothered to put it back together at the minute. So we'll run it off so you can see the motor in all of its glory. Then I'll put it back together and actually show you it. So it's going to turn on when I flip the switch at the wall. So here we go. And the bearings are a little bit dry. One of the carbon brushes is very short and I think might have been sticking ever so slightly, but it runs well enough for now. So I'm just going to pause, pop the cover back. In fact, let's not pause. I know you like to watch all these rambling long videos, so it's going to be a bit of a pain because I've had to screw the motor in. There's these 2 screws, there's one at the bottom that then holds that on. And the chap was quite interested to see if it would run. He got a phone call from his wife saying, "Where are you? Your dinner's ready." So he stayed a little bit to watch and see if it worked. So it did. It went outside first of all because we were both big scaredy cats because it's metal, obviously. Now in theory that should just, I'm going to be very careful not to move the motor. Because if I move the motor, it's going to knacker its position. Although those kinks of metal won't help. Let's try and straighten those out. There's one here. I don't know where they came from. And there's 2 more up the top there. Let's just try and tap those down. So the cable, I won't replace the cable, I will chop it down and reconnect it nicely though, just for safety's sake, but it works fine for now. It hasn't killed me yet. Like I say, I'll leave the switch off for now. There we go. And we need to have a little bit of a collective brainstorm, please collectors. Oh, I've lost a screw now, uh-oh. Oh, there it is. It wasn't a washer, because this is an unidentifiable machine. There is no manufacturer's mark on it at all. I reckon, and some other people agree with me, that it's probably Goblin or BBC, British Vacuum Cleaner. I took the ratings plate off just in case it was holding the motor on, and that is it. Made in England. It was a model A. Hang on. A50? No, A30. Model A30, BF66145, 300 watts. Various other electrical stuff. So yeah, no idea what it actually is. I reckon it's got to be some sort of goblin / BVC job. There's nothing on the motor. I can't see anything else inside that would point to what it is. I'll have a look at it in a second. Hang on. Let me just get this one screw in. Come on, bite, there you go, bite your sod. Lovely. And we'll pop the racing paint on. I can't imagine I'll ever fully repaint it, I'll be honest. I might clean it up a little bit and just leave the patina really, because the patina because the patina is quite nice, and I've already got one repainting back on the go. That 652C is still not really progressed. In fact, I've just nicked its fan to give to the aforementioned chap who came round tonight. Yeah, small world, he lives literally 5 miles away from me. So I had him straight over to do that, and we replaced the fan, oiled the bearings on his... It's a Ranger. It's one of those senior Rangers, the imported US jobs. Oh, now I've lost a little tiny screw. Oh, where's that gone? Uh-oh. Good to use my phone flash as a searchlight, because this is why the carpet's so filthy, because I do this sort of thing on it. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Where's that bleeding screw gone? I best find it, because otherwise Amy will find it and I'll get told off, because oh, Charlie could have eaten it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, bum hats. There it is. Look. That's why this carpet isn't great. Let's just pop this back on. But yeah, comment below if you know what it is. Where are you going in? There we go. Yeah, I took those out just in case it was causing it to bind a bit. So, here it is, folks. Let me just take the hose off. And we'll have a good look. So, these are the tools. No floor head. I might actually have one though. I've certainly got an all-metal head, but I don't know, because this isn't 32 mils. These are dinky little tools. Very surface rusty, but very dinky. Here's the little hose. Tiny little hose it is. With a screw fitting in it, screwed into there. So we'll screw that into there. Hose isn't torn. There's a random bit of rope on it that we'll take off at some point. Let's just look at the suction. Again, I need to come and flip the switch. I also got these with it as well, which we both know don't go with it, but he gave me them anyway. I think those two are Electrolux. Is that right? One of them is split. Sadly, yeah, that one's cracked, so that's probably due for the bin. In fact, that's probably what all that's for. This one, no idea. It looks bodged, and it's probably going to go into the bin. And this one I've no idea either, because it's got this in there, which I'm actually quite intrigued to take off. Let's take it off together. So you watch all the comments, oh no, that's a very rare Mark B, blah blah blah. What have you done, man? Irreplaceable. Well, I'm sorry. Don't know what that is. I don't think that's original. In fact, it's not, because that's been cut. It's just a generic 32mm. So I'll bin those. I'll keep those for now. And then I'm going to put this back on this mat because it's utterly filthy inside, really. So we'll take the hose off, undo the clips, pop that down, and here is this little filter. Look at them, yummy. And that is what's inside of it, really. The seal was a right pain in the arse to get out because it's what holds the motor in, and in fact it probably would improve the suction no end if I just sorted that out, but I haven't. Here's the filter itself. We get that turned inside out. I can get another vacuum cleaner and we'll give it a quick clean up, shall we? Let me just find some power. You still know what vacuum cleaner I'm about to get out because it's still August. So I still have the Green Goddess, the New Wave. Pop that way. We don't need full suction. Marvellous, that will improve things no end. What I'm also going to do is clean up this rubber seal, which probably has never been cleaned up in its life, and that will also vastly improve matters, I do expect. So I'll just rub that. I'm not going to go full on concourse here, just get some pliability back in it, get the years of grab off. There's quite a lot of rust as well. There we go. Dippy-dippy-doo. Clean off the back. Even just getting it all wet will probably help. So I'm not going to get every little bit off. Just enough for it to seal again. We'll give in there a quick wipe, although it's metal, so we can't do too much. Same with that. That's actually coming out quite clean. There we go. So we'll pop the bag back in. So very nice that it's not knackered. Pop the cover on. Yeah, so even just wiping it down is making it look a lot better. Top's knackered. That bit's no good. I mean, even the cable, if we just do a little test a bit of cable here, even that will come up very, very nicely. I won't do it now. I probably won't do this for a while, but I think I don't know if that's original because it's ribbed. I reckon if anything, it's a replacement cable from a Hoover because it's ribbed for her pleasure. See, even the hose, I'm intrigued now. Let's just see what the hose will look like with a moderate clean. It's definitely got a very stiff metal coil in it. It's not a stretch hose. Yeah, that'll come up all right. There you go, just that bit there shows you what that'll look like with a proper detail. Not going to be doing that now, I'll be honest. We're going to pop that in, I'm going to fit the switch and we'll test the suction again. Just for comparison, that's 300 watts, the lowest this goes is 450. Technology has improved, obviously all the internal seals will be knackered in this, so I'm not too fussed about that. That bag will benefit from a wash as well. I'll say it needs paint, it's probably not going to ever see it, but just a good hand polish will probably get it looking a lot smarter. And who knows really, I don't know what to do with it, but it's very nice to have it. Thank you very much. There's Matthew, he's on Manchester Max, go and say hello. He's quite new to the world of vacuum cleaner collecting. He does classic cars, he does Citroen DS parts. Oh, I didn't have any of that properly. Yeah, get that bit of vape off. Yeah, he does Citroen DS parts. Yeah, lives in a little village just up the road from me. I drive very near his house every day on the way to work. So there we go, the unknown vacuum cleaner. I mean, it's a right pig to pull about. You've got to drag that around. I can see why it's a bit clunky, and I think these are all the poles that should be with it, purely because I'm 6'2", and if I stand up, my arm's in a comfortable position. That's sort of floor toolish height off the floor. So look, it even swivels. Very good. So, little oddball. Very cool. I best tidy up now so I have to get all my stuff out for the senior. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.